Well, hello there. So glad you all could join me today. So, today I am going to be doing some psychic readings. So, I hope that you've brought your auras with you and that you're ready to have your palms read. Are you ready to have your palms read? I am here to help you if so. Now, I can see that people are just starting to come on, and I'm more than happy to read your psychic vibrations. If you are on at this time, feel free to put into the chat that you can hear me all right, that everything is, as they say, hunky-dory, because I do want to make sure that you all hear me. Are you able to hear me all right, my darlings? Because I most certainly want to hear from you. Now, I'm starting to get some vibrations from those who have come on board, and I am most pleased. Now, I want you... yes, the girl with glasses. I am so glad that you are hearing what I am saying. A girl with glasses, I want you to know that you have a very strong aura, and you're showing many different colors at this time. Hello, Mistress. It's good to see you as well. So, the girl with glasses, let's start with you. You clearly are the kind of person who can go to a party. You're able to engage yourself, you're able to speak with others, and yet in the middle of the crowd, you always feel alone. Is this not so? Now, the girl with glasses, I want you to know that you have a very positive aura about you. Your energy and your feelings are good and right and true. But right now, you are plagued with self-doubt. This is causing you a great deal of vexation. And I want you to know that the way that you feel right now, the way that you feel is true and just and good. I want you to act on those feelings. If you feel that something is not right, it is not right. I want you to do what is correct, even when it is hard. You are amazing, and what you are feeling is simply a good person feeling that conflict. Do you understand? So, I might come back to you in a little bit, but I want to sidle on over to Mistress for just a moment. Now, Mistress, thank you very much for coming on. The moment that you put your name in the chat room, Mistress, I had a slight but very strong vision in my head. I saw two doors, Mistress, and I want you to think about those two doors because you know them. I do not mean this metaphorically. I mean literally two doors. There is one that you very much want to go through, and there is one that you very much are trying to avoid. And that is all right. It is wrong to avoid your problems, but it is safe to avoid that which can harm you. So, Mistress, I want you to know that it is okay to go through the door that you want to. And I know why you are afraid. It's because there is someone very special on the other end, and you are afraid of embarrassing yourself. But do not be afraid. You are strong. You are powerful. And let me tell you something. People like you better than you know. Do you know that someone has a secret crush on you, Mistress? Because they do. Someone likes you better than you can possibly imagine. So keep that in mind. Now, Fat Cat, pleased that you've decided to join me for this live stream. I will be doing psychic readings for the remainder of this, and anyone who chimes in will get a psychic reading, perhaps more than one, depending on the time that I have. Now, Fat Cat, you are a very interesting individual. Fat Cat, you are someone who thinks of others first. You put the needs of others before yourself. And that is very rare in someone your age. Do you find that others you know do this? Probably not. Now, obviously, you have good friends, and the good friends, no doubt, are very good to you and good to others. But, Fat Cat, you put yourself before others, and that is hard. So, what I want you to do is Monday morning, you are going to have the opportunity to put yourself first. And I don't mean that you are going to be evil or terrible or horrible. I just mean that an opportunity is going to present itself Monday morning. In order for this to happen, it means you're going to have to get out and about and live your life. But when you see that opportunity, I want you to take that opportunity, Fat Cat. It is waiting for you. You are so strong. And this is your permission. I, as your psychic advisor, am giving you permission to put yourself first. All right? Now, yes, listeners, these are psychic predictions that do not always have the perfect candy coating. So I understand if they're a little different, but that is good. And I am so glad to hear that, Pope. I hope that I am successfully giving you the tingles. That is what I am certainly trying to do in addition to your psychic readings. Now, Pope Ace Guru Genesis, that is quite a name. I know that you are someone who gives yourselves funny names, and like so many who do so, you often hide your true feelings behind jokes, do you not? And don't feel bad. This is something which I myself have been known to do at times. You have a great depth of emotions. You have a wealth of feelings inside you that you hide behind the quip and the joke and the jape and all of that. Here is the thing, Pope. I know that you just want to let your true feelings out at times, but it's hard. The friends that you have and the acquaintances you have established yourself as you are the funny one. You are the funny jokester. So it's hard to be yourself. So I want you to know, Pope, that it is all right. Think about that one person that is coming to your mind immediately. Think about them. Focus on them. They will accept you as you are. If there's something that you've been hiding or not comfortable sharing, it is all right to share it with them. You could trust them. They will not betray you. But I know that this is hard, and I don't want you to do anything you're not comfortable with. But I want you to know that if you share these things, one, you're going to feel tremendously better, and it's not going to be as hard as you thought. But this is very important. This is so important. This is why I'm telling you this. Your friend is going to want to know as well. They are going to want to share something that is secret to themselves. And I want you to share it. I want you to listen to your friend and let them share it as well. You will help your friend, but you will also help yourself. Yes, it is a little bit. That is that is a little bit lower. Here are true facts about psychic readings. But yes, that is somewhat in that area. And so, Magical Tour. Very interesting that you should give yourself Magical Tour as a name, because you yourself possess psychic abilities, do you not? Magical Tour, do you not get in little tingles, shall we say, on the ASMR channel. You get yourself tingles from time to time, little senses, little intuitions. You know things that other people do not. Magical tour. And this gives you incredible power. This gives you incredible insight, but it is also exhausting. It is also exhausting to be struck with all of these feelings and emotions. I'm not saying that you're reading people's minds. It's nothing so crass as that. But you are feeling what other people, what you truly are, Magical Tour, is you are an empath. You truly feel what other people feel. Not that you're just, oh, I'm so sorry. I'm sorry you're going through that. That when your friends hurt, you hurt too. And that is hard. I want you to know that you can use this to help people. And I want you to look in the next week, Magical Tour. You are going to find in the next week that you are going to be able to help someone who is keeping their feelings close. They're keeping their feelings close and at hand. And I want you to know that when you feel they are hurting, just reach out to them and say, can I help you? How can I help you? And they will be so grateful to you. And you will expand yourself in ways that you have never expected before. I know that it's hard to be the person who feels all those feelings, but don't give up. Now, this is a very special live stream because I'm only doing these readings for these very few who are on here. I'm so glad to hear that. It's quite all right. You're not ruining my flow, as it were. I am simply speaking as these things come to me, and that is part of the reading. I do want to get back to Pope for just a moment. Pope, I do have a few other things. Pope, if you could do something for me, if you could just hold your hand up to your screen. Hold your hand up for a moment, Pope. I need to get a feeling for your palm. Palm reading is very special. Good, good. I want you to hold it there for just one moment more. Good. Good. You can put it down now, Pope. Thank you so much for doing so. You, first of all, good news, you have a very long lifeline. I suspect you have a relative, a grandfather, perhaps a grandmother, more likely, that is quite old. And I think that it's going to run true with you, though I do want you to know that the actions you take will affect your lifeline. The smoking and drinking and vaping and such will affect your lifeline, but your potential for long life, Pope, is very, very long. But the other energy that I'm getting is here at the crossroads. I'm getting a very strong feeling of conflict. Pope, I want you to know there is someone, and I'm sorry to say this, someone, and thank you, by the way, Nathan, you are next. I am letting you know that someone, I don't want to say has it out for you, but does not have the best intentions for you, Pope, and you might know who it is. What I want you to know is if you are able to engage this person, you will actually be able to air out the dirty laundry before things get nasty. The potential is that several months from now, Pope, this person might actually do you harm. I don't mean physically. I'm not talking about a beating or something like that. I mean that they may try to damage your reputation. So, Pope, if you know of someone that you suspect, you have that feeling, has ill will towards you, I want you to try to reach out to them now, and you can cut that line now and make things better. I'm going to take a moment, what you wonderful people have said. I'm going to get to you next, Nathan. I am so glad that you are enjoying this, Mistress. Thank you so much. I am so glad. Thank you, Mistress, for saying so. I'm glad that you all feel it. So, Nathan, let us speak. And I want to say hello, Lewis. I want you to know that you are next. But Nathan, I want to speak to you for a moment. Hello from the UK. I am so sorry that you are up early. Now, I want you to know that the anxiety that you have been feeling, it is part of what has been keeping you up at night. I want you to know what you are feeling is real. Feelings are real, but the cause of those feelings, that may not be real. So do you understand that those two are different, Nathan? So you are feeling this tightness in your chest, this feeling like your heart will beat so fast that it will burst. So, Nathan, I want you to know that it is okay to acknowledge those feelings of anxiety. It will give you power over them. Now, I want to be very clear. If you have ongoing chronic anxiety, you should seek the help of a professional, because simply positive affirmations will not get rid of that. But if you are having intermittent anxiety that is causing and affecting your sleep, I want you to know that you can overcome this. You are strong. You are far stronger than anyone suspects. Is it not true, Nathan, that people often underestimate you? People often do not realize how much is going on in your head. This is a thought that you have had recently, that you have a great well that is inside you, Nathan. And the problem is that very intelligent people, people who think far and deep, often have this problem, because you then can start feeling all of these things and they well up, that well bubbles up inside you and it keeps you from sleeping. Understand that that is normal. That is okay. You are going to be okay, Nathan. I want you to be strong. And when you go about your daily life, understand that other people do not understand what you are going through, but they do want to help you. And so, as Mr. Rogers once said, do look for the helpers, Nathan. There are people close to you who can help you with this, who are going to help you ease your anxiety and help you get some sleep. So I'm going to read these chats real quick. Yes, Mistress, I understand. And I understand, yes. I understand if you feel attacked. It is quite normal. But Louis, I would like to speak to you now. You're welcome, Louis. Hello, Blue. I will be getting to you next. Do not go away, Blue, because you are next. So, Louis Duran, I would like to speak to you now. Louis, you are someone who is capable of planning. Now, I'm not talking about like with Nathan. Nathan has these great deep wells of thoughts that go down. And I'm not in any way saying, Louis, that you are not smart. Very far from it. What I'm saying, Louis, is that you have an incredible imagination. Your imagination sends you on flights of fancy. Would you not say that is so, Louis? Do you wish sometimes, Louis, that you had a nickel if every time someone called your name, someone called out your name, because you were in your own head? You were thinking just these incredible, fantastic things. I want you to know, Louis, that, and I want you to know I'm not getting after you. This is meant to be helpful. Louis, you are creative. And there is a creative outlet that you have been denying yourself. Perhaps you've dabbled in it. You've done just the tiniest bit, a little bit here and there. But Louis, there's something that one creator said is, if I don't create, I will die. And of course, he literally didn't mean that. But there is something inside you that is trying to get out, Louis. And you need to find the time. And I hate to say that because I am here on the computer at the moment. You are going to have to limit some of the things that you have been doing to just pass the time. And what will happen is when you stop just a few of those things you do to pass the time, you will find that that creative thought of you is going to just explode out of you. And you will put it down on paper. You will record that video. You will make the thing, as they say. And you will find that you are amazing. And more people than you suspect, Louis, if you create, are going to respond to what you are creating. So, Louis, what I am telling you is find the time and do the thing. Okay? And yes, if you are wondering out there, that does apply to you as well. So, I am here for your personal affirmations, Mistress. That is absolutely what I am here for. So, just so you know. Blue. Hello, Blue. How are you doing? I have seen you on these before, and it is so nice to have you back. By the way, I'm going to do one quick thing. If you are on Twitter, I want you to go to Roleplay Riot on Twitter, and I want you to follow me on Twitter. I do very silly things on there, and will hopefully announce things like this in the future, which I have not been doing. If you are on Instagram, I am on, unfortunately, on Riot Roleplay, because I had to flippity floppity it. So on Instagram, I am on Riot Roleplay, but also on Snapchat, I am on Roleplay Riot. So just letting you know, and some of you, like Blue out there, who is following me, I believe, on Twitter, you can follow me on those, and you will see many silly things that I do throughout the day. So, Blue, I want to talk to you. Blue, I want you to know that you have a certain anxiety. I know that you're listening to this right now, but imagine, Blue, that you looked up right now, Blue. This is your face, and you are looking into a mirror. What are you thinking to yourself, Blue? That is not kind. You are being unkind to yourself. Thank you, Lewis. I am so glad. But Blue, I want you to know that you are more attractive than you take yourself to be. I am sorry, but I must put it that way bluntly. You are, let me call a spade, hotter than you think you are. You are very down on your appearance at times, and I do not want you to be. You are keeping yourself from getting out there. I'm not just talking about the dating scene. I'm talking about just living your life, Blue. Living your life. You are hard on yourself, and you have so much more to share. I want you to think about this. You are actually denying the rest of the world the pleasure of your company when you are not out and about. There are things that you can do locally that will be ever so fun. There are meetup groups. There are things your weird friends are doing that sometimes you are not participating in. And it is simply a matter of confidence. Simply a matter of confidence. And so I want you to have that confidence, Blue. I want you to feel, I can get out there and I can do it. I can do it. You are going to be amazing. And there, yes, I'm going to say there are certain romantic things going on, but I'll leave that between you and yourself. I do not want to out you on here. But Blue, be good to yourself. I want you, when we are done here, to look in the mirror, Blue, and I want you to say at least one good thing about yourself. You're thinking of it now, and now I want you to say 2 more good things about your physical appearance, because you are more beautiful than you suspect. All right? So, Blue, very good. And yes, that does apply to some of the other ones out here. I'm glad if you're on Snapchat, I do share very silly things on there, and I've got some other friends that I am on there. Hello, Noah. You did not realize that you are about to get a psychic reading. So, Noah, get yourself ready. By the way, Noah, I just watched Spider-Man Far From Home, and it was very good. Really enjoyed it quite a bit. So I love your icon. Very good. Now, Noah, there is a significance. Hello, Lijma. I cannot say your name correctly, but I am still acknowledging you. And Esoteric, thank you. So I will be getting to each of you in turn. Noah, I do want you to know that your icon actually has significance, and that is that you, Noah, wear a mask. You wear a mask in your daily life, do you not? You are like Mickey Mouse at the Magic Kingdom. Is people see, here is me, this is me, Noah. But they do not see the real you, do they? No, they do not. Just like Spider-Man, you have the fun and the jokes and all that, but they do not see the real you. And Noah, they are missing out. They are missing out, and I want you to think very hard, Noah. What are you denying yourself right now because you are not being true to yourself? This is not an accusation, by the way. This is an opportunity. Next week, Noah, you are going to have a chance to reach out to a stranger, someone you've either never met before, had very little interaction with before. And it's going to be very easy to be, I'm the jokey one, I'm the funny one. But Noah, you will look them straight in the eye and say, hello, it's good to talk to you. I haven't really had a chance to talk to you, have I? I'm Noah. It's very nice to meet you. And they are going to be blown away with your sincerity, Noah. You are an incredibly interesting person. You are a person who deserves nothing but the best. And I want nothing but the best from you. But you are not getting your full potential until you let others see who you truly are underneath the mask. All right, Noah? Very good, very good. Now, Ligma, I am terribly sorry. Thank you, Lonely, and thank you for Esoteric and Mr. Balls. Thank you so much for coming on. So, Mr. Balls, I would like to read you. Now, in your profile, you have your face like so. This is very significant because it shows that you are covering something. I do not mean that you are hiding something. It means that you are, and I apologize, I did not mean to pronounce it like that, but I did. Thank you, Noah. I want you to know that you are keeping something secret in yourself that is staying hidden right now. And you're doing it for the good of others. You're not doing it for your own benefit or for others, for personal gain. You are hesitant to move forward right now. And I want you to know that it's going to be okay. There is something at work that's been bothering you for nearly a month now, perhaps even longer. And I want you to know that it may be time to move forward to different avenues at work. You've perhaps been thinking about changing careers. I don't want you to take any unnecessary risks. You understand me right now. I do not want you to just walk in and say, I quit, and walk out, and nothing like that. You hear me? But if you've been thinking about switching careers, then I want you, I'm so glad to hear it, Noah. I'm so glad. Please join me on Snapchat. I want you to let yourself consider changing careers because it might be time. If it is not time, what that means is things need to change at your current place of work. So I want you to give a really long thought and maybe go to Indeed.com and just start looking a little bit here and there, So hello, Ben Hill. It is good to see you. You are next up on the list. And that will actually bring us to Esoteric Kaleidoscope. Kaleidoscope, it is so good to see you. Kaleidoscope, you are a rainbow of treasures. Kaleidoscope, you have so many different aspects to yourself, do you not? There are so many people in your life, a mother, a brother, a friend, and they see you one way. But you are really a different, are you not? Because you have these many facets. You show yourself this way and this way, but you are really something entirely different underneath. So, Kaleidoscope, what I want you to do is I want you to think about if today you had to take on a new identity. Kaleidoscope, if you had to take on a whole new identity, you could choose a new life, a new country, a new position. What would that be? And this is, I'm not saying to do that, but I'm saying if you did, what would that be? And that is the person you want to become, Kaleidoscope. I don't want you to throw away the many different aspects of your part. That's what makes you so wonderful, that you have so many wonderful parts. But I want you to join yourself together. I want you to be the full experience of the person you can be. The only way you can do that is imagine if today you could become the perfect kaleidoscope. Who would you be? That's what I want you to be. It's true, Noah, it's because many people do have very similar things going on in their life, and that's what I'm here for, depending on the energy that I'm reading. And speaking of reading, that will bring us to, I believe, Lonely Proton. Lonely Proton. Now, Lonely Proton, you wrote it in your name. It's not making it very hidden. You are lonely, and that's understandable. Most people on the planet lonely are lonely, including people who are married, including people in relationships. They feel isolated. All of us on earth are isolated. Lonely, I want you to think about who you have met in the past week. Is there someone you've met that made an impression on you? Do you have their Instagram account? Do you have their phone number? Do you have a way to contact them? Reach out to them in however a way that is not creepy, is just, I love your post, you are so funny. Just reach out to them and see what happens. You might be surprised, Lonely, that you get more reciprocation than you are expecting. Now, of course, this could be a romantic thing of nature, but it may simply be a new friendship that is budding. But I see that, Lonely, you are not destined to be lonely. You are just very realistic, and the world has made you cynical, has it not? But I believe in you. Reach out. Touch other people on this internet and look for those opportunities to reach out to others. You are going to be wonderful. Thank you so much for your comments, Lingma. And let me read very quickly before I move on to my next one. So, let's see. Yes, we have Ben Hill. Now, Ben, I want to talk to you, Ben. I want you to think about your mother and your father. Think about your family, Ben. Ben, I want you to be different. Do you understand? I do not want you to be who your family expects you to be. I do not want you to settle for what others expect of you. Ben, you have gotten incredible pressure recently to be a certain way. You've gotten incredible pressure to do what is right and what is correct and what is expected of you. But Ben, it's time to be a little naughty. Now, I'm not saying to do anything illegal or something horrible, anything like that. No. But Ben, it's time to let your metaphorical hair down, to sow your wild oats. Ben, it's time to take on a new project. It's time to hop in your car and go somewhere you've never been before, even if it's only an hour away, even if it's the most boring place in the world. Ben, it is time for you to go off the beaten path. You must. I'm not saying that you should. I'm saying that you must do the unexpected. And when you do, you are going to find a whole new lease on life. You are going to find so many new opportunities that you never saw before. And that is all going to come from doing the unexpected. Immediately, within the next 72 hours, Ben, I want you to do something unexpected, something no one around you would expect you to do, something fun. Do you hear me? Will you do it? Because I think you are going to love it. And I do not want you to put yourself in danger, and I do not want you to do anything illegal, or at least very illegal. I just want you to get out there, Ben, and I want you to live your life. Your life is waiting for you, and it's been hiding just off that path, and it's time for you to get out there to it. Now, I'm wrapping up now, so I'm not going to do any new readings, but I want to thank all of you for coming on. If you would like to follow me on Instagram, you can at Riot Roleplay. If you would like to follow me on Snapchat or on Twitter, you can do so on Roleplay Riot. And of course, I will have all sorts of new videos. In fact, I have a new video coming out tomorrow at 2 p.m. Central Time. Oh, I'm sorry that I caught you at the very end, Otto. I'm not doing any new ones, but Otto, I do just want you to know one thing. I want you to dress nicely. Just a quick dress slightly nicer than you have been recently. I'm not saying you dress badly. I'm not saying that. Okay? I'm saying that Otto, I want you to dress nicer than you have been recently because someone that you are not expecting will notice you if you do. All right? Just a quickie, just a quickie. I want you all to have a wonderful evening. And I want you to keep your spirits up. Know that you can do the thing. Know that you are the best. And I will talk to you all soon. Have a good evening.